Oh, your hand. I was like, why are you doing that? Like, no, genuinely, I was like, why is she being so slow?
I've injured my hand.
Oh,
guys,
no,
cutting
shame.
an avocado yesterday.
No, it's crazy.
Did I show you the picture?
No.
Do you want to see?
Kinda. Where's your phone? Oh, it's there. You've got to do the same thing. Oh.
It was so, like, I literally was screaming in the hospital.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was just...
How long did it take to get seen?
No, maybe like an hour and a half.
What? That is so good.
So good, right? I was really shocked.
God.
I was home by midnight.
Oh my gosh.
And I was literally like bits coming out, like little...
Oh, bits of avocado.
No, bits of me, my flesh. It was so...
Oh, Rose. You know, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, not saying that I didn't believe it. I could obviously see you were in a lot of pain. For context, came into the injury. So hadn't seen what happened or seen it once it had been plastered. But because the blood on the plaster looked manageable, I was like, okay, maybe it's like a bad cut because she's allowed us to call 111. She wouldn't let us call 111 if it wasn't that crazy. But this...
And the thing is, it's where it was. So it was like anything I did with my hand.
Rose... Oh my god!
I don't understand. When I was with the avocado and I just saw, it's like I literally just saw my inside.
Rose, yeah, I'm literally looking at your flesh.
And imagine when it happened, it was more open because obviously this is me. That's my hand closed. So like even like, and because he kept making me stretch out my hand, like you would see deeper in.
Did they give you any like, did they inject you with any anesthetic or anything?
He actually literally said you were very lucky. You got a really. He said you don't need anything. And I'll be so real. I haven't actually felt any, like. Yeah, anything. He kept and that's why I was screaming because he kept making me open it. So he was looking inside and he was like, "No, this is really clean." And he said I hadn't gone to like the next layer of fat, where like things would have started falling out. But I was like, I did see things fall out. He was like, "No, that's not like." He's just like, you know, the science words.
Oh my god!
Because even when I went to the registration nurse thing, and I was like, "Oh, I think I need stitches." She looked at me. She said, "I don't think you'll need stitches." And I was thinking, but you know, I thought they were just trying to like fob me off.
Yeah.
So when the doctor actually said it. And then when they saw me screaming, they're like, "Rose, you know, if you needed stitches, you would have had to get injected around the area. So I don't know how you would have managed that if this is how you're screaming now." But he did a really good job at distracting me. And like talking about like Kenya and running. And...
Oh, where was he from?
He was Indian.
Oh, like Indian Kenyan.
He was actually Indian, but I don't know. But he was really intrigued. Like he was like, "Where are you from?" My son. So I think he must have relatives.
Maybe, yeah. I've barely ever met an Indian in this life that doesn't have a cousin that's from Kenya. Yeah.
So I think he, I think he must have recognised my surname. It's quite big.
This is horrid.
And
it's
like,
literally making my toes curl. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'll actually insert
no,
it
do
here.
not insert anything.
I will insert it for those of you that maybe wanna. But obviously, look away.
You have to like,
now.
Trigger warning. Like, don't look if you don't want to see.
But then this is what I'm saying. It happened literally. Like, guys, yesterday the devil really tried to take me out mentally and physically. And I think the fact this happened like minutes before Bible study.
Yeah, crazy.
That's why I was like, no. I have to do, but now it's like, you know, every time I told you, I get suspicious.
Yeah, it was one
of those, as much as I was in pain and like all of a sudden I felt faint. So I think before you came, I think you were pulling up, it happened.
Yeah.
Me going outside because I actually just started feeling faint. Like I actually felt like delirious. So that's why I was like, I need fresh air. What is happening?
You literally looked weak. You looked like a wounded soldier. I walked in and I was like, sorry, what is happening here?
I could not believe it. It was... Yeah, I need to journal about yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
But
hi
guys. We are in a different place today. Different setup, different studio.
What? I was gonna say we're just calling it the stew now.
Yeah, because why not? In this life, when life gives you peppers, you've got to make a really good stew.
A good peppery hot stew.
And this is the stew we've decided to make.
Yes, so, we're in a new place, in a new space.
Yeah, not too far from where we live.
Yeah, it's downstairs for her.
Yeah, just downstairs for me.
I think this is what you call being resourceful.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Because
it was just getting a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not from London, so going into London, paying the London fees for studio. I loved where I was, but it's just like, you've got to find ways to make it work.
We do love you, Chloe. Love ya.
Love Haven Talks. Still recommend.
Yeah. But we just couldn't afford it anymore.
I ain't got the funds anymore. Yeah. So making do. So please do let us know what we could do to zhuzh it up.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've had to be really creative with what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, happy to receive all feedback. And
Are we? I don't know that I care what you have to say.
well, I welcome to, but that's what I say. To hell with them.
Yeah, I don't know. If your feedback is worth hearing, like, you know, so you're someone that does interiors or something. But if you're literally sitting on a couch that has ripped pieces of leather yourself, then not sure.
Oh lordy! But on that note, I'm Rose. I'm Rose. You can find me at the Raw Rose. I'm just a girl who just loves talking about health and well-being. Really,
Health, wealth, and well-being.
Yeah, health, wealth, and well-being.
And you do it in a real way.
That's why I'm the Raw Rose.
Amen. Ain't that a thing? And I'm Esna. I'm at ESNXRT on all platforms whenever I'm there, which is hardly ever.
Yeah.
Because one thing about me, I'm going to delete social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am here as co-host and friend, sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just here for a good old time, really.
I think it's actually quite good that you come with social, because I think that should probably be more common for people who are so online. Like you have a podcast, for example, you have this podcast.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you have to be online all the time.
I hope. Yeah. That's how I like to think.
Yeah.
Do you know the thing about the world is that it will make you believe there's only like one pocket, there's only one way to do things.
Yeah.
So then you think, oh, if I've got this going on, then I have to now be chronically online.
Yeah.
Which
that's not actually true.
Yeah, I think it's not true, and I think even if it is true, I just don't want it to be true for me.
Yeah.
So
and maybe you might be the first to show that it doesn't have to. Yeah. Doesn't have to be.
So you don't have to correspond.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this. We have just finished a series called 50 States in 50 Days. 50 States in 50 Days, yeah, by Ryan Trahan on YouTube. And I was really intrigued by the fact that basically he said that he doesn't have TikTok.
Yeah.
And I think as like such a big creator, to stand your ground,
Gen Z at that.
Gen Z, creator, to not have TikTok, I thought was really, I just found it very encouraging. Yeah. And I've heard another, what are you looking at?
This is really nice ring and nails.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. These are my press-ons.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah, the ones that I did just before coming yesterday.
From Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, these are really nice.
Yeah, BT Art Box, you can sponsor if you want. Oh. Maybe that should be our first sponsor.
Yeah, because we're not working, so it would be great to just get some.
Yeah, to get some extra cashola.
This is really nice.
Yeah, BT Art Box nails. We'll see if we can get a link.
Yeah.
For the description box. Hold me to it, guys. Yeah. But yeah, so he was obviously saying that he doesn't have TikTok. And then I heard the other day as well, Stephen Bartlett was talking about the fact that he doesn't wake up at like the ass crack of dawn.
Oh, yeah.
And I just felt so encouraged. Yeah. I felt like, because there's just so many narratives, so many people like, if you're gonna jug, you gotta be jugging from early, hustlers, people don't sleep dead. And to hear Stephen Bartlett be like, yeah, I don't really wake up until like 9, half 9. I was like, oh my gosh, like it's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
It's possible to still get where you want to go, do the things that you want to do, I guess, as long as you're using what hours you are awake wisely.
Yeah. But I think, and I think that's why I think it's good that you don't. Like, you do what makes sense for you, because that would now encourage someone else. Yeah. As well. You know what I mean?
Be encouraged, guys.
Be encouraged. But today we are gonna start with the weigh-in. Those of you that are not new here. Those of you that are old here. Those of you that are not new here.
Those of you that are new to this.
Yeah.
No. Those of you who are not new to this.
Yeah. Those of you that are not new to this. Yeah. Those of you that are true to this. You would know that we used to do our monthly segment called the weigh-in, where we would usually literally weigh in on how we are doing, what's happening in our lives. Especially because I spend so much time interviewing, I guess, other people. Yeah. It was an opportunity for me to kind of just say what's happening in my life. But I guess we kind of don't need to call it. Well, we call it the weigh-in, but it's always us two now. So yeah, but it's our weigh-in segment, I guess, for the month. And actually, it is literally the end of the month now, isn't it? End of August, basically. Yeah. Which helps. Yeah. So this is the weigh-in segment.
Woo! Insert.
Yeah, I'm gonna
jingle music.
Something there, because I think that was quite.
Maybe like a.
Yeah.
An applause. Yes.
Maybe
all of the above.
So how?
No, I think should I be really go first? I think that this is your time. Or do you want to go last? How do you feel? I've really put you on the spot.
The weigh-in for this month.
She's like, where do I begin?
I feel like I can't share all.
No, don't do that. You'll scare the people.
No, I can't share all. But this has been a weighty.
Yeah.
It's been a weighty summer, but I would say it's been a weighty month. But I just think one thing I've really learned this year is just it's so interesting how you can be experiencing such great highs and equally such great lows at the same time. Like it just doesn't. Like, it shocks me each day.
Isn't it so funny? Pastor Pam always says about that.
Yeah.
He's always like, is literally like, there'll be something incredible going on the right, and then something crazy going on
like the
the
one
left.
thing on the right, the good thing makes you want to keep living and keep like, doing what you're doing, and the other thing wants to just take you out. So it's so interesting. But I would say it's so funny because I actually watched back up the Gluttony episode, and we were so light, we were so full of like,
were we?
Yeah, because we were saying we hadn't filmed in a while, and we were like, what weight are you carrying? Both of us were like, nothing.
A few moments later,
for real. But yeah, I would say there's a lot of weight. I think there's like been some like sadness or just feeling like low and things like that by circumstances outside of my control, and I think that's always when you feel it feels harder because you just feel more helpless. I think I've had, like, as always, just always having to rely on God, but I said this the other day to Grace, like I listen to worship music all the time, and I'll just be singing, Christ is my firm foundation. But when you're in these seasons, every word, every lyric hits. So, but I think, despite how hard the last few weeks and month has been, I think it's just so beautiful to just know like it doesn't stop here.
Yeah.
And also especially like I'm not joking. Yesterday with my hand being cut, you just see things as attacks. Like, and I'm not trying to like over spiritualize everything, but yesterday it was like everyone was just confused. This doesn't even make avocado.
How many times have you cut an avocado in your life?
I'm not even someone who has like kitchen injuries on a general. I'm not someone who has like plasters. I can be clumsy, but my God, an avocado.
Yeah. Oof.
Just so many things. So I've had to be really prayerful, but I think I just have to keep going, keep pushing past it. And I guess what I'll end on that is,
what do you mean end? We're just beginning.
No, like I'm just like the overview is your sister said it yesterday, like realizing this is just part of the Christian journey. Like you get to a point in your faith where you don't now see it as like, okay, it could be an attack, but you're not seeing it as like, God, just remove me, pluck me from this. It's like, no, we have to walk through this. And it's like, I'm just kind of waiting for the sign where it's like, okay, we've come to the end of this particular season. And as things are ongoing and trials and stuff always happen, it's just hard because you're just like, any minute now.
Like, I could do with the circumstances changing any second now.
And how I came into August was so different to how I'm feeling now. I came in because I did a fast with my church.
Oh yeah,
we had like
prayer night,
all night prayers. I just felt so like next like
sorry, that was literally in this same month.
That's what I'm saying, like there's so many things I just feel like,
oh my God,
my mum keeps like reminding me like when these things happen, like breakthrough is on the horizon. And I do feel that week there was just so much transformation that happened. There was just so much in the atmosphere, that all night prayer. So it's like, where in my mind it's like, okay, that was such a great week, now we're just gonna keep going, greatness, great. But it's like it just went straight to
being boss,
guys. Like seriously,
and
a dash and a punch and like just so many. I've been fighting for my life, man. Like literally fighting for my life. And it's sometimes it's like, there's so many things ongoing, and like it's not everything that you can share. So it's like it's not all your friends you can tell. So it's not. It's that sometimes it's like you wish everyone knew, but you can't at the same time. Because you actually,
it's so unmanageable because you're living it.
I'm still living it. So it's like, there's just so many, and I'm just a person. I still have other things I'm trying to do. So there's that. But then at the same time, there's been really great things that have happened this month as well. So yeah,
that's a really nice light overview.
That's been
that's been you.
Yeah, but you.
I will come back to some things because I wonder if the people would like us to dig a little deeper.
And my heart is still open.
Yeah. Yeah, what has this month been? I was just thinking earlier that I need to go back to like my handwritten journal. I've been journaling a lot on my phone
Okay.
recently, quite a lot, and like my actual Apple journal. I use that quite a lot. Maybe like an entry every day or every other day. But I'd be really curious to go back to like my handwritten journal and just see where I last left off, because I don't think that girl would understand what has happened all
Happening.
now.
Yeah.
Like she'd be like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think August has definitely been life is a roller coaster, you just
Why
got
do you used to do this on a pod as well?
what?
The way
Sing?
you always sing something.
Would I?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Maybe it's just
Maybe that would
ingrained
be it. Describe August in a song.
in a song, yeah. I think it's just been a roller coaster. But interestingly, I will say, not a roller coaster of emotion. I have felt like my emotions have been like relatively stable. I've had not a lot of fluctuation in terms of how I necessarily feel. There was one acute, like 3, 4 days. That was when we went on the walk. And I was just feeling drained. Like I just felt very drained and very like void of anything.
Yeah.
But I would say for the most part, my emotions have actually been quite stable, but my mental has been up and down, up and down. And I guess maybe some people might be like, how do you distinguish between your emotions and like your mental? I feel like my emotions are the things that I don't know, like I feel like how I'm actually feeling. Like, am I feeling happy or sad? I can say I've kind of felt relatively neutral, I think, throughout August. But I'd say mentally, I'm constantly having to like basically overcome like mental mountains, like thoughts
Right.
every day or
Yeah.
every other day. It's just, I think that there's been a lot of that in the
Yeah.
last month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so strange because I think every time I speak to someone, I'm like, I feel fine, but I just think that there's just so much that I would just like to see shift. That it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're still here.
Yeah.
We are still here.
Yeah. And it's interesting you say that, because then I also think, you know, from what I've studied and when I used to be a therapist, like the thoughts do have an impact on your emotions, maybe over time, and maybe you're feeling neutral, but it's like you're quite stunted. So
Yeah.
like maybe the full processing is not
happening.
It's not happening.
That's what I think has been
but
happening. Yeah.
really and truly, like there would be a moment where whatever you're thinking will now manifest in an
Emotion.
emotion or
Yeah.
feeling, behavior.
I believe that it's pending.
Yeah. So, but Esther has like shared with me like some of the thoughts, and I think, I mean, I hope you mind my
I was gonna say what you were about to say.
Let me say about this girl. Joking. Like the one you had about being the CEO.
Yes.
Of
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
And I remember I was quite shocked when you said that. So S was basically telling me how she just, I mean, I guess the corporate term would be like an imposter.
Imposter syndrome.
Type
Yeah.
thing, but
yeah.
just thinking like she wasn't really of value. She wasn't really adding anything, and I was just like,
Yeah.
girl, you were steering. If you were not steering this ship, who would? Like, I would not trust that other man to do it.
Shout out to our co-founder.
I would not trust the man. He would not trust me. But like, all jokes aside, I think even it's so crazy how the power of thought, and like when you then share it and release it with a friend or just outside of your mouth, you then see somebody else being like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. There's been a lot of perspective, I think, gained from like actually just saying things out loud, because I think you probably, and loads of people probably do it, but your mind becomes like an echo chamber, so you just start to believe things that are not true, or that you wouldn't necessarily believe otherwise if you were actually maybe speaking about the things or whatever. So yeah, I think that's probably been my August. It's just been a lot of like mental, like just trying to mentally understand, get through, and I think maybe the emotions might follow in due course. Yeah.
I think it's important to, like, obviously emotions do typically follow, and sometimes it's the other way around, you know. But I guess if you know that those are the thoughts you're having, it's reminding yourself the truth.
Yeah.
I think that's really the trap of the enemy.
Literally.
He tells you something, and because we don't, whether we don't go to our word, we don't tell somebody, we don't really sit with it and like ask God, like, is this true, type of thing. We now hold on to a truth that has been fed by the father of lies.
Yeah,
Do
literally.
you know what I mean? My sister actually made me do an exercise yesterday, literally like what I've just said, where I had to write down what I was thinking, and then actually go and find scripture to either support what I'm thinking
or debunk it.
Or debunk it.
Yeah.
And it was such a simple exercise,
That's
but I
so
kid you
good.
not. So for me, what I was feeling was rejection.
Yeah.
And like it was just rooted in so many different things, and then there was other things in my life that the enemy was using to confirm that thought.
Yeah.
So my pastor said this on Sunday as well, how the enemy will come for our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. So if you have a thought like, oh, I'm not worth anything, then you have the emotions of sadness, sorrow, and then you have an experience where somebody just says that, you're not even that smart, and it might just be an off the cuff thing. It might have been somebody who doesn't even know you, but you're now going to use that to confirm the thought, the emotion, and now you're stuck in that experience.
Right.
So the enemy will keep you in those cycles, So that's what pastor was saying. So I think even doing the activity yesterday of writing down rejection, then all the thoughts that come under that, and then how that makes me feel, and then the experiences that kind of like confirmed that. Then when I went to look at the scripture, and it quite literally said, "You're not rejected." Like it is that quite black and white. Like there was a scripture about the stone that the builders rejected became the cornerstone. And there's another one that says like, though my mother or father forsake me, God will never reject me. Like there's just so many things that are so black and white. And there is something so empowering in knowing that the word says this, therefore that is what it is, because our whole existence came from the word of God. God said, let there be light. There was light. Like, do you know what I mean? So and the reason I'm saying this as an example for maybe for you to try, because I literally used to, when I was a therapist, this is the kind of stuff I used to I was doing on a daily. Grace did it for me like it was something I'd never heard before. And it was so like,
it's so true.
Wow.
You forget, like we've talked about this loads, just how the human brain and condition is just programmed to forget, like apart from the things that you probably should forget. Isn't that so funny?
Right.
It's always the things that you should hold on to that like come out the other end like a sieve, and then the things that you probably should just let go, that you hang on to.
Absolutely. Because you sit there in those thoughts. Like you have a million thoughts confirming one main thought. And when Grace she just got me to sit there and like speak about it. Even as I was saying it, I knew it wasn't true, but it's like, that's how I'm feeling. That's what my experience is showing me. That's what experience before has confirmed to me. So that must be what it is. And then you realize that's not what it is.
It's not what it is. Ooh, wow, it's kind of deep.
Yeah.
I did this once, actually. I remember once when I was feeling really overwhelmed, because I kept saying this thing, right? You know, you just say things. But, you know, life and death and the power of the tongue. I remember there was one time where I was like, oh my gosh, I have like 37 tabs open in my head and I don't know, I've got too many things. And I remember once just opening a notepad, I was like, right, I'm going to write down every single thing that I have as a tab open in my head. And you know how many I got to? 8. But because I just was constantly in my head, maybe clicking between these tabs, it felt like there was way more happening than actually. I struggled past getting past 8. But every time I was talking to someone, I was like, I have like 37 tabs open in my head, and there's so many things. But it wasn't. So I guess similarly, I just need to. I think maybe I need to like list out maybe the mental mental mountains that I have been like dealing with. And actually name them for what they are and see why.
Because I actually think just knowing you, I think if you were to write down, not saying this is your thought, but just from what we discussed, if you were to write down, I'm a crap CEO. I think you would look at that and even laugh a little bit. Because that's quite dramatic. And then you'd have to think, okay, why? Has Joel or or Rose said anything? Have you failed at delivery? Like, what's the evidence? And then you just start to realize that's not even me.
I agree. I think, that might be a good little exercise and one for you to try at home.
I genuinely encourage everyone. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily feeling like 100% today, but it's so much more than yesterday. Yesterday I had nothing in the tank. I was flat out. And I think today I just woke up just knowing who I am a little bit more. And not because it's great to have friends and family that confirm this, but I think just reading that, oh no, that's what God has said about me. I'm not rejected. So
I can't decide that that's true.
That's true, but it's hard. Don't get me wrong. Because you still have the experiences of life around you that are still maybe confirming something that's not true. But I guess now it's like you're trying to oppose it. You're trying to now stand on another truth.
Yeah.
The truth of all truths. Really.
The truth of all truths.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think like sometimes I'm like, life is just so. You know what? I think there are some people in this life that just get to breeze. I think that's a truth. And I think that I am very aware that for me, and probably a lot of people that I know, it's not that easy or breezy. And I think that sometimes I get tired of just the idea that this could just be
yeah.
Like, I'm like, no, I don't even like coming into agreement with it. But you know, sometimes I just think, oh my gosh, like,
wait, yeah.
like when do the woes like
stop?
when do the woes change up? Like,
yeah. And I think
I want rich people woes.
Yeah, no.
I want to worry about like tax season.
Yeah.
Those are the woes that I want.
But I think it's so much easier to say that until you're having those tax season woes, and then you realize there's other woes that come. Because that's the thing, we never really know how big someone else's woe is.
It's true.
Like even the woes that look good, like somebody, like for example, I could go right now on Instagram and complain that I've broken a nail, and somebody's like, "Oh, I wish I just had her problems." You do not.
You don't.
Want my problems, because that's what I've spoken about. There's
that's even just the one that I want to speak about.
The one I want to speak about.
Yeah.
So even those people who are like talking about tax season, there's other things
there's
that
big woes behind that woe.
This year I've learned, and I think I probably learned it more during 40 Days of Pride. I think we said this, that people really be going through stuff, like heavy hitting stuff. It's like, wait, are we really the new adults?
Yeah, because this is
storyline, movie, cinematic experience.
Yeah, cinematic is the word. Yeah, very that. Yeah. I've had I'm even laughing because literally was in a circumstance situation not too long ago. I'm not gonna reveal too much, but there was just a situation I was in, and I stopped in the situation. I paused and I said, if this was a movie, this would be like the best moment in the movie. Like people would absolutely be screaming, like just get on with it. Like it was, I don't know, it was just such a funny moment. But I just thought, wow, we're not in a movie, and this is actually real life.
Yeah, it's real life.
It's real life.
And like, I've just finished reading First and Second Peter.
Yeah.
And all Peter was telling us was just listen, in that suffering, just manage. That's every time reading that in the season of suffering, you're like, there'll be times I would read that and I'm just like, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Just
in suffering, endurance, patience.
Yeah.
Great. Peter just said, listen, Jesus died. You too. Buckle up.
Like you think that the one who came blameless, without sin, without anything, and he still suffered, you think you are not going to suffer?
He said, listen.
Just
he even said, yourself. This might be my last letter, so he said, I'm rolling out now.
Yeah, just manage well.
Yeah.
It's true.
How do you think it's impacting like your actual overall health and well-being?
Oh, a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the realization I had as I was driving here. I was just saying to Rose that I basically got like wings and chips, and I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to do that because I had quite a heavy weekend of eating as well. Actually, whilst we're here, I might as well just confess. I literally literally confess. Last night was like gluttony personified. If we just take it back to
the gluttony episode.
Yeah, babe. What did it say? It said that you inhale. Like, what did it say?
It's like to swallow without chewing.
There's a word that is
gulp. Gulp down.
No, it wasn't gulp.
It was gulp down.
Was it gulp?
Yeah, because then we were laughing because saying, that means you just swallow.
You did. Okay, fine. Yeah, I did that yesterday. So when we were here, just after you left, I basically finished 3/4 of the bag of popcorn.
Okay.
Then I basically finished the bag of sweets that I bought. I don't even know why I bought that bag of sweets. Bubblegum bottles, the ones with the sugar on them as well. So like doubly bad. Then I got home and I had 2, the Fox's cookies that we bought on the way back from Piano People?
Yeah.
Yep, finished 2 of those. Okay. And it was like nothing was satisfying me.
Yeah.
So then I said today is gonna, like, when we're not doing any of that. So then the fact that I then went and got honey chicken wings at that. Wow. I just thought, whoa, what is going on? But I think it was, I realised in that moment, I'm starting to make worse decisions, I'm starting to basically find pockets of comfort
Yeah.
and like pockets of escapism in like little ways because I just think that everything feels a bit intense at the moment.
Absolutely.
So that's how it's affecting.
And just to make you feel like if it helps you feel any better, like that has been me on the weekend.
Yeah.
I think what's been happening, the lack of control I have over what's happening.
Right.
It feels like the only thing I can control is food.
Yeah.
And just to actually even just give a more psychological context to that, when I worked in eating disorders, a lot of people with ED would do that, but they would restrict the food. So it's the same mentality.
Yeah.
So I worked with a lot of young girls who, unfortunately, they had gone through whether it's like abuse or they go through depression, whatever it is like moving them into that space. They will now stop eating to control that. I remember I worked with a lot of abuse and trauma.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning, sorry.
Yeah.
I worked with a lot of abuse and trauma victims, and they would intentionally not eat because that was the only time they could control what was happening.
Yeah.
So I think what you're saying and like what I've experienced is like it's the same thing, except we're not restricting, we are overindulging.
And I find that with my sleep as well. I always know when my sleep is the worst, which is starting to get back there. I remember watching this video on TikTok, because one of the first videos I saw on TikTok, this woman was basically saying that it's not that I can't sleep, it's that I almost don't let myself sleep. Because I find that at the end of the day, it just feels like that's the bit that I can control.
Yeah.
So it's like I could be so tired, but I then my brain starts going to all these places, and it's like I need to do this, I need to do that, or I'll force myself to like continue watching something, or I don't know, but I will kind of actually almost, pretty much intentionally, but it's also a little bit subconscious, stop myself from sleeping, because it's like that's the thing in the day that I can actually control. So I've noticed I'm doing that again over the last few days, where I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter that it's 3 a.m.
And it's really hard because, you know, like I said, I definitely had my emotional eating over the weekend. And like,
what did you have? Because now,
cookies.
Oh, you had cookies.
Yeah, your mine's always sweet.
Yeah,
mine will never.
Is it Subway cookies?
No.
Oh.
The ones from Tesco, like they're like the soft.
Oh.
Bake. Oh, you know, yeah. Remember
the tea triple.
Yeah,
triple chocolate cookies.
Oh, not even that one. It was like a split. It was like a half and half. So it was like half triple chocolate and then half Belgian white. Epic stuff.
As in the same cookie.
Yeah, the same cookie. Yeah, it was like a split. Yeah. Yeah.
See, now I want to go and find out. Like, what the heck?
Quite literally epic.
Oh my gosh.
But I literally spent Saturday eating that. I think I had a packet of crisps. No, that was Friday. I had crisps.
When you were going.
To the shop.
Yeah.
I had crisps on Saturday as well. Anyways.
Yeah.
Ate normal food. I just remember just snacking.
Yeah.
I just had cookies. Yeah, had a Fanta, which I don't even drink fizzy drinks.
Yeah, that's random.
Yeah, I don't even, like, did you see where I was going with this?
Right.
Like, I don't even drink fizzy drinks. And it's so mad because I could see today when I was doing my makeup that my skin, like, when I have too much sugar, it shows on my skin. That's every time you have a spot, I always ask you, is it sugar? Because I have it. I get, like, texture.
Yeah.
And then I remember Saturday night, the sadness that hit me straight after that. I woke up, didn't want to go to church, didn't like everything that I would usually do. I didn't want to pray, nothing. I didn't want to do anything. To the point that I had to literally be like, no, what is happening? Like, what is actually happening? And then I guess once again it was like that realization, oh, I'm emotionally eating because I'm sad because of this and because of that. So when I've started to see it basically manifest through my actions, my behaviors and my body, that's when now you even feel more helpless because you're like, this thing is consuming you. Like, you know, it was just so, I just felt so sad, and, you know, just praying to God. I was like, God, like, you know now because we've studied gluttony, we've come to talk about it. So I'm actually verbalizing that to God. I'm like, God, like, this spirit of gluttony, I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't realize how big it is until you're in those vulnerable moments. And then you start second guessing everything. And I think I said this in an episode. I go into a cycle of like, oh, I ate this on Friday, I ate this on Wednesday, I ate this. Okay, I'm not gonna eat anymore. Like I just go from one extreme
to another
to the other. And it was just so yeah. In terms of health and well-being, I would say that's where I was at. I think Sunday, I just crashed and burned when I came back. Like,
so it's not funny, but you
literally crashed and burned. Like, guys, I didn't understand. I went to church. I'm someone who walks in church. I'll say hi to people. Guys, I've never in my life. I just walked in.
Did you?
I just walked in and sat down.
Really?
Yeah, I got a bottle of water, but even when I was standing in the queue, I was just like a zombie. Just sat down. I didn't care where they sat me. even when I would stand up to sing worship, sometimes I couldn't even sing. I just stood there and I was just
Yeah.
like humming. Like I was so
Empty.
so empty. So I came home, I was weeping to my mum about everything. And then I just, even when my mum was like making dinner, I just couldn't. Now when it's actually a healthy meal, like literally salmon, potatoes, like I don't eat it.
Yeah, the appetite was not there.
Yeah. So it's so interesting, and this is why I do love talking on the pod with you and even other people we have, because we can never act like, oh, somebody just doesn't eat well because they're just greedy or whatever. Like those can be factors, but usually there is something
far deeper happening. Yeah,
because it's not to say me and S don't actually have healthy options in the house.
Yeah,
it's not to say that we don't have people that can cook. Like this is everything we've done. We've had to go out and seek
and do it. Yeah,
I don't just have the cookies I bought in the house.
Yeah,
the wings that you bought, you don't just have them in the house.
No,
you have to go and intentionally do that thing, but you don't realize you're intentionally it's just sad.
It's just sad. Yeah. And I think it's at the, literally, like you said, once you realise, I started to do the exact same thing. After I bought the wings, I said, right, tomorrow, we're not eating. I said, we're not eating.
It's not that you're not eating wings, but just...
We're not eating. I said, because it's enough. Like, I've already decided that I don't deserve dinner tonight.
Right.
Like, I'm
punishing
like...
yourself.
Yeah, almost like a punishment, but also, like, you just don't need to eat anymore.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I know that's also not true. Maybe I'll have muesli.
Yeah. But then you'll maybe feel bad for even eating muesli because you'll be like, oh, well, this has this or this has that.
It's got raisins in it, so...
And this thing, when you're punishing yourself, nothing is good enough.
Yeah, it's so true.
Like, you could literally have something grilled, like a salad, and you'll just be like, oh, well, it had this. Like, you just start to... And before you know it, you don't even remember what you're even sad about anymore. Now you're sad because you put on weight.
And I don't want that. I actually lost a kilo last week.
Good.
Yeah. I'm trying to get down a few kilos before my birthday, which is almost in a month. Gifting will be open soon. But yeah, I lost 1 kilo. That's probably come back double over the last weekend. This weekend of eating, it's been bad. But it's not been bad. It's just been indulgent, let's say. And a lot of red meat. You saw how I was yesterday. I woke up this morning, at least I'd deflated.
Right.
But...
Oh, because I think you weren't eating your red meat over the next few weeks.
I'm not meant to be eating red meat. And I literally had 2 burgers, a sauce. No, I had a burger, sausage, pork, like a piece of pork belly. Which, by the way, you know who I'm going to say ate pork?
Of course she did.
And
she ate at your barbecue.
Yeah,
and then like she came with me in the kitchen to look for it, and I paused. I said, "You that's always replying to my stories."
Police. Yeah, literally with the pig and the police.
And then I was like, "You eat pork?" And she was just like, "Oh, like I said no."
And you know what? She has
a video.
Yeah, Thank you. I literally had to take a picture. She put a sausage on her plate. She's literally halfway through the sausage. I said, here you go again. She said, oh, I thought it was beef. I said, no at this point, no one is buying beef sausage. Yeah.
And I just said, no, I didn't know you could be like this.
Yeah, and you know what she even said on Sunday? She was like, oh, this is so funny that we're really just badding up her business. Well, you're lucky we haven't named you. Yeah, she was like, oh, I haven't eaten pork since Thailand.
She ate it in June.
I know.
I witnessed that, and she was eating it. You see how you eat the chickpeas? That's how she was eating. Chomping.
That is so funny.
I actually saw this tweet that said eating pork won't take you anywhere in this world, and then somebody quote tweeted saying pork is not a form of transport. And that's why I remember that. I just remember
so funny because who said I was trying to get anywhere?
It's not an Uber, bro.
That is so funny.
Eat your pork and be free.
Eat your pork. Have a sausage, man.
Oh,
man.
Gracious.
Crazy.
But you were at a barbecue. I mean, obviously a birthday barbecue, and I guess it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like one hand you want to be like, oh, it's just a day off, but then the day off becomes, as we have seen,
literally could be now a week,
a month, even. Especially because if the whatever has brought the sadness about is not dealt with, you can always justify.
A bit of a cookie here. And you know, the weekend started from Thursday. Even it started like crazy. It was, the sweet treats. Once the floodgate to the sweet treats opened, it just basically didn't stop. And here we are on Tuesday. They started on Thursday, so need to wring it out.
Yeah. And I think this is why it's so important to like be really reflective with once again, I guess what we said before, our thoughts, our emotions, because they really do inform our behaviors. Like honestly, there's so many of my therapist friends I've been watching this like, yeah, bros, go do that. But but it's so true, and I think it's subtle. I think, you know, we said it in the gluttony episode. It is subtle because it is food. Either way, you're going to eat something today. You're always going to have something for lunch, right? It's not as obvious as, I don't know, you're going to go pick up things you shouldn't be picking up.
What? Sorry, how did we get that? I have never done that. Okay, maybe in my younger days, but
oh, really? Okay. But I'm just saying, like, that one feels more like, oh, I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
Whereas eating a cookie, you were always going to eat at that point. So it's only afterwards you do.
Oh.
Why was that my choice?
100%. As soon as I bought it, I literally said, okay, so let me go back. I was actually going to go and get GDK, German Doner Kebab.
Okay.
Which sounded like a better option to me because you get vegetables with it at least.
Okay, right.
It comes with like a salad and it was just chicken. Like it's basically just grilled chicken.
Yeah.
So it was like grilled chicken. They give you some chips, but it's like a small portion of chips.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna get GDK, and then I thought the place where I went for the wings is our friends' families like joint basically. So I thought I'm gonna go and support black business. That was how I justified it before. Yeah. But immediately as I walked out of the shop, I said, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Like, there was a better decision to make, and I just didn't. So I think, to answer your question, the physical, obviously I meant to be doing 75 harder, whatever I called it.
Yeah.
I would say if I was to look at my list right now, I've violated probably every single one in the last 6 days. Ow! Not the African in you forgetting that you're injured.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Just clap my hand.
No, that's oof. So I think I've violated probably, like, let me even see. Because accountability is the best.
Yeah. Accountability is good.
Right, let's have a look. Also, I saw the craziest, maybe we can save this for the next episode. I saw the craziest magazine article. And I just think, are you not bored? Like, people that create magazines like this, you're still not bored to this day. My 75 harder list. So the only ones that I'm pretty much sticking to consistently are no Instagram or TikTok because they're harder to. It's a lot more conscious what I need to do. I have to go and download and sign back in and all of those things. So I think I'm doing all right. Yeah. I've not read 50 book pages per week at all since the beginning. I haven't done any buy now pay later. Okay, good. So that's good. Or have I? Actually, what I bought from Mango, that all went on my credit card.
Okay.
But that's because that was a big order.
Okay. But would that consider... I thought buy now, well, you're thinking more
it's like Klarna. Yeah, but technically that's what a credit card is. You buy it now and you pay it back later.
True.
So I probably shouldn't have done that. But I had it there to pay it kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. YouTube, out the... Actually, I haven't watched loads of YouTube. Scandal. Yeah, I've been watching Scandal instead, so I haven't done loads of YouTube. I feel like it's less weird these days, but when I used to say to people all I watch is YouTube, people used to look at me so weird.
Yeah, but now everyone's back on YouTube.
Everyone's back on YouTube, yeah. Like, I feel like I never really left like that. Yeah. I just enjoy long-form content. And I'd say pretty much everything else. No takeaways or junk food. That's out the window today. 2.5 litres of water. Lucky if I do 250 ml of water at this point in a day. Like, I don't know what's going on. So overall.
And do you think the reason why you're unable to maybe stick to some of these like habits is because of like the thoughts?
Yeah,
like, how it might not be manifesting emotion, like you said, you're neutral, but it's like taking you out in the sense of like everything feels harder. Everything feels harder.
Everything feels less like... I just don't feel able to like stick to anything, but also I think I'm very aware that I'm just I'm trying to soothe myself. I'm doing a lot of self-soothing through, I guess, just being like, oh, it's okay, it's like, just do this little thing, or oh, that's harmless, or just making decisions that maybe I wouldn't make if I was
And it's hard because I think when you are going through hard things in life, it's hard to
Yeah.
then also be disciplined and
That part.
and I guess strict on yourself.
I think it's that.
But I guess, you know, as an accountability partner,
Oh, we're gonna do it on air.
I'd have to urge you to be strict.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when October comes,
yeah,
you can now still be like, God forbid you're not feeling low anymore. But then imagine like worst case you are, and then also the other goals that you have.
Yeah.
It's like, and I think this is like how the enemy ends up trying to destroy us, because then everything we want to obtain in this life, we are the ones that are slowing it down.
Yeah.
But obviously when you are having that mental like blockage, it is hard. Like it is hard. So it's not even like a matter of just suck it up. You know, follow. What is it they say? Stick to your plan. Stick to the plan. Not your mood. And whilst I completely agree with that, and I think on an everyday, like on a normal like day where there's like no motivation, those things like make sense to me. It's like, okay, you know, I'm not feeling like I want to go to the gym today, but let me go. But I think when there are real life obstacles that life throws at you, you know, I'm just thinking about like, you know, we lost an aunt recently, and I'm just thinking if any of her kids were supposed to be like having like a 75 hard, are we still going to be like, what?
Absolutely not.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there are certain things and seasons in life where you do maybe have to, what's the word? Maybe like shift the goals, but I don't think maybe remove them. It's kind of like how I said to you the other day. What would you do if you were now in town again and you're hungry?
She actually made me self-reflect.
Yeah, so it's just like not to say like.
And then I still did the wrong thing.
But then, could you imagine if you did the right thing? Like, it's like. I don't want to villainize that restaurant that you went to, or McDonald's and all these things. It's like, okay, you know you're not feeling your best. You're going to want to reach for this, but what would be a happy medium? Would it be to get a Happy Meal instead of a full-on, like, double stacked quarter pounder, double
Big Mac arch,
cheeked up on Thursday kind of meal? Like, you know, like, and I think because when we don't make those modifications, we then get sad that we failed. And then the cycle just continues. Well, I've already failed, so I might as well continue eating like this till December. What actually, if it's like, okay, right now things are really hard, so while self-soothing can be unhelpful, what are ways that I can bring joy into my day? That might mean, okay, watching like a comedy before going to bed, but that maybe wasn't part of the plan. But if you know that's going to lighten the load, why is that such a bad thing? Like as such.
I hear you.
But yeah, just for full transparency on my end.
Oh yeah, we're both doing 75 harder.
So pray and read my Bible every morning. I have done that. No, I did it yesterday. No, I didn't. Can't remember now. The last few days, 5-6 days, that has been a lot harder. Some days I just have completely not done it, but that's mainly because when I've just been so sad, I just haven't wanted to speak to God. And I haven't done it in my prayer closet either. 15k steps minimum a day. I've not completed that this week or last week. I think maybe I did it last week once or twice. But they have not been intentional.
The day that we went
walks.
To piano people.
Yeah. That was definitely one of them.
But
they've not been intentional walks. It has just been like, I need fresh air. I need a second. I haven't done any of my like actual like weight-based workouts or my ab workouts. I think I went on a run. I walked last week and then I started running. And I think I did a 5k run. I'll double check on Strava. But if anything, just one. Red meat once a week. No. Fish and veggies.
What do you mean? So no,
it just hasn't happened. But because I haven't had the capacity to cook. So if there's med meat, I'm eating it.
It's there.
Fish and veggies 6 times a week. No, I've run out of fish. No refined sugars. No, we're in that. But you know, I was actually doing okay with that. I would say I was actually doing okay. But this week.
I think it's the last week has been
hard. Intermittent fasting. Nope, over the last week and a half, I don't think I have. No takeaways of junk food. Nope, over the last few days.
Have you?
We had food at Piano People.
Oh, fully. We were out.
Oh, okay. Then I haven't had any takeaways.
That's okay. We'd planned for that as well.
I haven't had any takeaways. But I guess junk food with the cookies. What, sleep by 10? Yesterday, nope. I was in hospital.
I was going to say, and also I've received more than 1 or 2 texts.
I haven't been
from
asleep
you
by 10.
Past midnight. So
wake up by 7. Yeah, that's been okay.
Been quite consistent with that.
I would say between 7 and 8.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but prior to last week, I was actually waking up at like 6 or 7. read one book of the Bible every week. Yeah, I think that's the one thing I think I've even been surpassing.
Oh, good.
But just because the chapters are so small.
Yeah.
There's like 3 chapters in one book.
We got you.
Like where I'm at now. So I'm just maybe doing like 2 books a day or something. 30 minutes of reading a day. I started this back up last night, actually.
Oh, nice.
What are you reading? I'm reading Redeem and Love.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I was going to say to you about reading the 50 pages. I think you should. I'm going to send it to you. I think you should read it.
Okay.
Because it's actually it's not fantasy, of course, but it's... I
Fiction.
feel like I'm reading something.
Okay.
Whereas, like, when I was reading The Elimination of Hurry, which was a good book, I do want to finish it at some point. I'm not in... I just didn't have the capacity to learn how to be a better person and how to, like... maximize my days and eat this and
I can't optimize anymore.
I can't, like, I'm not in the... I just can't think about productivity right now. Whereas this was a really, like... I actually, like, gasped when I was reading. I was like,
oh.
And I actually wanted to keep reading, but I was actually feeling tired, so I fell asleep. So I fell asleep with my iPad on me, yeah.
All right.
I'll send it to you. And then only 1 hour of a TV episode or YouTube video a day. On the weekend, I absolutely binge watched Private Practice.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday, I didn't watch anything. Yesterday, no. And no, today I haven't. But once again,
you didn't watch anything on Sunday when you came back from church?
Oh, no, I'm lying. I did when I was eating. Yeah, when I was eating the cookies, because I had cookies Saturday, and then my sister bought cookies. I think just as a treat. Not knowing I had cookies the day before. I said, I'm.
Because you didn't confess.
Couldn't confess. I said, I'm still eat it though. So I had cookies. Yeah, I watched like 1 episode because I was on the phone to somebody. So that's why I wasn't watching. I think I watched maybe like 10 minutes.
Goodness, we've got a catch up to do.
Offline catch up.
Offline.
So yeah, it has been 75 hard for real.
Yeah.
But I think
we've still got like halfway to go though, so there's plenty of time to bring it back.
But I guess now if we think like practically, especially for anybody else that's listening and they are also going through it, but you don't want your whole year to now be consumed by whatever you're going through. You still want to achieve, even if it's just habits. Like I'm so happy that the Bible thing has been the one thing consistently from January.
Yeah.
Like it's just so nice to know that that's something I've consistently done.
Yeah.
And there's just still other habits I want to master. So how would you say, like, what are you going to do differently this week?
Good question. I already feel a bit clearer coming into the week. So this morning I got so much done that had been pending. You know, just things that you've been... Oh, it's yours. Things that you just look at and you're like, I'll get to that. I did so much of that this morning. So I think that's set me on, like, good footing. I also think the dream I had last night was really cool. I basically did a talk. So, yeah, it was really weird. It was like a talk that had been arranged by someone else. And I was like a keynote speaker. Very random
that's
dream.
Quite encouraging given the thoughts you've
been having. Thoughts that I've been having, yeah. So I don't know if that's just like, even waking up, I just felt like, oh, that was like different.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I think this week, obviously barring the honey wings that I've just had, I think I just want to be quite honest. I think that's what I want to do differently this week. I think I need to choose the right moments, and I think ultimately, like I messaged you this morning, I'm in cahoots with the Lord, like in terms of a couple of things, but I think I just want to be really honest about where I'm at, because I think that maybe I'm not fully acknowledging in some way, shape or form, like certain things, which is then stopping me from actually just moving forward moving through it. So I think that's why I want to just kind of like
I agree.
Lay to rest, especially as we're going into September. It's a new month. Next Monday, so
No, I really agree on that. I actually feel like how I felt Saturday, I actually felt like I needed accountability for what I was going through. So it was so funny that the pastor literally spoke about biblical accountability, and it literally was talking about you should confess to like your brothers and sisters in the church and all that stuff. So I think similar to you, I think there's a part of me that needs to just be really honest about how things are going. I think I'm being honest about how I feel.
Yeah.
But I don't think maybe I'm being honest about what I am then doing because of how I feel. Yeah. So I think maybe like, I know for a fact, like, the people that know are like praying for me and things like that. But I think if I was to actually, like, I guess it's like, this is not me, but let's say someone's depressed and then you're telling people you're depressed, but then you don't actually tell them you're drinking every night. Right. Or you're shooting up every night. Why? Sorry, why are your extremes so extreme? It's because of what the shows I watch. Girl! Yeah, it's just, there was a really good episode I just watched about somebody. They had an intervention in somebody that was a drug addict. It was really good. But, so that's why you alluded to drugs twice in this episode. Right, okay. But like, now that becomes more like, okay, we need to come and help with this. But I think I'm being honest, but not. I'm like doing half truths. So I don't think I'm giving the full picture of actually the things I'm not able to do, the things I'm doing, the thing like all that stuff. Because I actually think that's where I need more help.
Yeah.
Because then it's practical. Because I think if I had said this on Sunday when I didn't want to go to church, I wanted to lie. That's what I wouldn't tell my mum that I was going to church, to my own church, and then just not go. But because I said I was going to church, and now I felt like I said it, I have to do it. I felt accountable to my mum in that moment. If she was to come home and I'm just like in pajamas still, it's like, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
There's no trains. There's trains.
There's.
Do you know what I mean? So it's things like that. If I told you,
Yeah.
as I'm absolutely fuming right now, and I don't want to pray to God, and I don't want to go to church, you could then be able to encourage me to go to church. But if I just tell you, oh, I'm just having a bad morning, you don't know what things I'm not doing, what I'm doing. Like, especially as a friend, you know my goals. You literally know my things.
The things that you're trying to get to.
Yeah. So I think that's what I think. So I want to be more honest and give the full picture.
Yeah.
So that people can still stand in the gap, but also practically stand in the gap. Like if I needed to have come to where you went to go get your wings and actually stand between you and the counter,
then that's probably what. Like, yeah, I could have in that moment. You know, sometimes I know because I know better as well.
Yeah.
So there's sometimes where I could literally message and be like, "Oh, should I get wings?" And I know that you're going to say no, so I won't ask.
Yeah.
I think it's pushing past that and just knowing that actually this person is going. No. Yeah, I need to hear that no. Yeah. Because I definitely think that maybe similar to you. There's just things that have occurred over the weekend that. Had I just spoken out loud,
we did an offline
chat.
Clearly.
Had I just said out loud, it would have been like, maybe don't do X, Y, or Z. So,
yeah. And I guess I'd encourage anybody listening as well. Just we're
honest.
very fortunate that we've got people to be honest with.
Yeah.
And it might not be a friend, it might be a partner, it might be a family member, it might be a
even
colleague.
Your therapist.
Yeah, even your therapist. Joint accountability clubs. There's quite a few, like I've seen on social. And because I think there is so much power in accountability, because then we are both improving.
Yeah.
And also, it doesn't mean you're neglecting the fact that there are shortcomings. You're addressing them, but you're addressing them head on. You're not trying to be like, I did that little thing.
And I think it also it forces you to extend grace to other people.
Yeah.
As soon as you start talking out loud the things that you like, where you're facing your shortcomings, you then just become a lot gentler, I think, with people.
That's when you told me you came in, you talk about the wings. I just felt like, not to say it's not that deep. Like,
It's
alright.
It's actually not that deep, but I get what you mean.
Because you're just like, okay, well, when we talk, you'll hear that I had cookies on the weekend. Exactly. And not just one. Yeah. Not just two. I had a bag to myself, and then another bag on Sunday.
So be honest with people, because that's actually where, obviously, it's all rooted in pride and whatnot, but you become so desensitized to being gentle or like kind or extending grace towards people, because you're never actually telling anybody out of your mouth the things that you're doing, or the places where you're falling short, or the thoughts, or that, like all of these things. If you're not telling anyone, then it's very easy for you to
feel righteous and judgmental. And when these times, you were just...
I was just... And that's caught me a couple times, yo. In the last couple of weeks, even that little thing there has really caught me, because I've just been like, that's not, you actually have no right. You have no right. Remove the log, hey?
Yeah.
Before you start worrying about specks in other people's.
But yeah, guys, that is our episode coming to the end. I think this was a nice, reflective episode. And also, as I guess the overall theme was almost like accountability. Yeah. Really, which I guess
wasn't the plan.
But, we'll give it.
Yeah.
We'll give it.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you guys listening. Shout out to those of you listening to us in America.
Yes.
We have seen that the people in, what state was it? Was it
Florida?
Florida. Shout out to Florida people.
Shout out Florida. Shout out Miami.
What place was it?
Fort Lauderdale.
That was
it. It was Fort Lauderdale, wasn't it? Yeah.
Shout out y'all.
Shout out y'all. The South. Hey.
Shout out the East Coast.
You already know what it is.
No, thank you guys so much for listening. We, let us know actually where you are from as well, if there's anybody else from America, because I was really shocked to just see the podcast has reached there.
But the Americans, they love to support black business.
They do.
Black babes, we love you.
Can I do one hand?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we love y'all.
We are Gen Z some way, somehow.
But yeah, guys, let us know in the comments what things are you going to do differently this week to hold yourself accountable or to be accountable to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe even use the comment box on YouTube in particular.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
We will hold you accountable.
We will hold you accountable. I'm gonna be like, okay, user 1789
literally
this is what
said.
we're gonna do.
Yeah, we'll check back in.
Yeah, and we'll put what we're holding each other accountable in the comment box as well.
Yeah.
You guys do that. Follow Esna, even though she's not online.
ESNXRT.
Follow me at The Real Rose. I am online, but sometimes I can't bother to post, but I am online.
She's there, stealthy.
I'm there, I'm coming back. Follow us, follow the podcast, the rate of it. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, rate it. Tell
Smash
a friend.
that like button.
Even dying to say that.
Gotta smash that like button, subscribe.
And
no,
actually,
Actually, sorry, can we just pause there? Can you actually subscribe? Because I think there's no, because you know the stats on channels, like I don't even know what ours is for right now, but it's always the case that most of the time you're not subscribed. You will watch content time and time again, especially because YouTube is so good at showing you things when you've watched someone's before. So just subscribe, because actually, I think we've never intentionally said, but we would actually like this to become something that we can do all the time. We get paid for, like I said, BT Art Box, if you want to
do a little
sponsor,
because I need
send us some. Send us some.
It's true. Let's call it, that's the truth. We want to get paid to do this.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Just keep talking, because we like what we're talking about, and we actually know you guys enjoy it too. Because no one really talks about these things. Especially when it comes to weight, health, wellness. So yeah, if you guys are rocking with us, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell Carly.
Come in. You don't need to stay outside the front door.
Yeah,
come in.
Come in for a cuppa.
Yeah, come in for a cuppa.
But thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you at the next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.